Hey internet, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do a good old-fashioned favorites video. I haven't done one of these in a really long time. I actually don't see these around very much either. To be fair, a lot of the beauty gurus or influencers I follow have kind of converged into doing a bit more lifestyle content with beauty or very like strictly review. So yeah, I don't know. I miss these sort of videos. The products I'm going to show you today are all going to be makeup based. I was considering showing you guys my skincare favorites because I have a lot of skincare favorites, like a lot, which means this video would be way too long. So I figured I'd just split them up and I would do skincare another day. I don't think I have the energy to sit here for an hour and just talk about makeup because I do have to get to work after this. So I'm just going to do makeup today and then we'll do skincare later sometime in the year. So yes, let's get into it. First one is foundation. This is the Maybelline Superstay. It is one of my most favorite foundations currently. Oof, it's gonna caught my hair. And I just love it. It's supposed to, it says skin tint. So that kind of gave me the impression that it would be like very lightweight and very sheer. So I was like skeptical at first, but I've seen this a lot online, so I thought I'd try it. I actually find it quite pigmented. Like one full dropper, so almost like a serum. One full dropper for the whole face is more than enough. Like I get great coverage with this. It's just, yeah, very pigmented. It feels lightweight, feels great on the skin. Highly recommend. Whilst we are on skin, I guess I'll just stay on the skin stuff for now. The next one is my Natasha Denona concealer. I don't know if this has skincare properties or not, but this feels amazing. And I've kind of switched up my concealer a little bit. Like I used to apply really brightening concealer so that it would like really brighten my under eyes. Lately, I've been wanting concealer that's a lot more concealing, so that matches my skin tone a lot better. So this is definitely slightly on the darker side than what I'd be used to, but it just blends so well into my skin tone. I usually apply this before I apply foundation. I used to do it the other way, foundation first, then concealer, but now I don't know, I feel like it just sits better. So I'm wearing it today. I apply it first and then I do the foundation, and I just feel like it just blends so much more nice. It just blends much nicer. I love the applicator. It's like this teardrop applicator, so it applies really well in the inner corner of your eyes if you need to go that far. But I usually just do like one swipe here, one swipe there. That's pretty much all the concealing I do. But it's more that this formula just feels really hydrating, creamy, and very comfortable to wear. For some reason, when I swatch this though, it feels like it's too dark. Like, see my hand, it just feels like it's very dark. But I don't know, when I put it under my eyes, it feels like it blends really well. So I have been a little tempted to get the lighter shade just to test. This is N3. I think they have like N2 and N1, maybe N0. I haven't checked. So I have been really tempted to get the lighter one just to see if it would suit me better. But I go back and forth because I actually do have a lot of concealers. I really don't need to be buying more concealers of the same brand. If anything, I want to test new concealers when they come out instead of buying the same ones in different shades. So that's the dilemma of a beauty vlogger, right? This next one is by Westman Atelier. Oh my god, I can't pronounce it. I hear people say it all the time and then I'm not sure why I can't say it because I think I get nervous when I'm on camera. Westman Atelier. I don't know. You'll see it on the screen. Essentially, this is just a little contour stick. It's like a cream contour stick. This is in the color Biscuit, and it's like perfect for my skin tone. Basically, you can use it with a brush. Oh, I can already see brush hairs on it. Typically, when I'm in a rush and I just want something like that just blends really nicely, I'll go over this with this brush here, just like this, and then just apply it to the, I just hit the product. Oh. Things are going so well right now. I'll just apply it to my contour here, sometimes here, and then down here in the center. But if I want something a little bit more sharper and less like blended or softer, then I'll actually go in directly and just apply it and then blend it out in the face. It does. The lines do feel harsher when you apply it directly, but sometimes that's the vibe I'm going for. I really want like a chiseled look. And I really love this. A little goes a long way. It's very pigmented, but like I don't have many products from this particular line. I've been wanting to explore it a lot more recently, so I've recently picked up the concealer. So I'm going to try that and I'll probably do a review. By the way, some of these items, actually quite a lot of these items I'm going to show, have all been reviewed on my blog already. So I will link the blog post down below in case you want a little bit more of a detailed explanation. You want some good, like, closer swatches and things like that. You can check that down below. Okay, still on the topic of contouring. I guess I just do a lot of face stuff now, less eye stuff maybe. But this one has been around for a little while now. It is the Dior Rouge Blush Color and Glow. This is in Diorissimo, in basically 100. It is the lighter version of the contour and highlighter. This is so great in terms of giving you a very, very subtle contour and highlight. I take this with me when I travel at the moment because it's just so handy. And I love that I can then have free range of whatever blush color I like, and then I will always have a good contour and highlighter. I used to have to bring my contour and highlighter separately, and actually it ended up smashing up my contour somewhere, so I don't know, I just prefer this one. The thing I really love about this in comparison to, say, like, I know Charlotte Tilbury have a version of this, like, that's been around for ages, and I really love that too. That one is just more pigmented, so if you're looking for like harsher lines, more contour, more sharper, really nice highlights, that's great. I actually prefer that if I'm doing like an evening look, or I'm doing a on film look or something like that. That is probably much more preferred. But if I'm doing like day to day, I'm going to work and I'm just wanting to feel a little bit more like, you know, nicer for work, or I'm traveling, as I said, I take this for traveling, it's just during the day where I just want a little bit, this is perfect. Last face product, I swear, I feel like I have so many face products. Highlighter. So this is another highlighter from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is this Glow Seeker highlighter in Sun Idol. I got this quite a while now, like probably over a year ago, and I've used it quite a bit, but you can still see the indentation. So I feel like a lot of these products last a really long time. Granted, I'm not the sort of person that uses the same product every single day. I'm often testing new products, reviewing new products. So if I really love something, I'll probably try to use it, say like 50% of the time when I'm doing makeup application. So it is lasting me a good while. I feel like it feels like a lot of product, even though, I don't know, 11 grams, it's like decent. It feels like a lot. Anyways, the reason I really like this is just that it gives you a really nice sheen. It's definitely stronger than the one in the Dior palette, but it's not overwhelming. So I would say, like, I think Joura, oh my gosh, I can't pronounce. Jouer. Yeah. Anyway, that particular brand, I'll have it specified here. They have beautiful highlighters. Or Ofra Cosmetics, those two, I would say, have like blindingly strong highlighters, which I love for certain situations, right? Like the type of highlighter and the pigmentation and the strength of whatever makeup you're using really depends on what you're going for at the time. Those are so good for filming and having that like very snatched look. This one is just if you want something a little bit stronger but not too subtle as this. It's like a middle ground. So I really love this because it shows up and it's a really great color for me. I think there's like a couple other shades, but I don't even know the other shades were available at the time I purchased this. When I purchased this, I think it was the only one available, and I think this one is really nice. Okay, now we can move on to a few other products for the face. I don't actually have a ton for the rest of the face, just a few little pieces. So this is ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. I actually have quite a few Super Shock Shadows because they're so affordable, and then when you go in to apply an order, and it's like you have to hit a certain limit for free shipping, and you're just like, I'll just get a few more. They're so cute, they're so compact. If you've never tried a Super Shock Shadow before, they're kind of like a almost damp eyeshadow powder. Almost. It's not quite. I find that using a brush doesn't work well for these sort of eyeshadows. Like I have to use my finger and apply directly. So I have this directly on my eyelid at the moment. So great if you're just looking for an eye look that you want a little bit like extra glitz to it, but you don't want to put a lot of effort. What I'll usually do is I'll apply this, I'll put my eye primer on, then I'll apply this all over the lid, and then I'll put a sort of contour shade in the crease of my eye, and then eyeliner, mascara, and I'm done. Today, that's basically the look I have. I just put a little bit of extra eyeshadow in the outer corner just to deepen it, you can do that. It's like the tiniest amount, but that's essentially what my eye look is today. And they're just so easy, so small, convenient. I mean, like, they're so cute. I can't resist. But this is the one thing from ColourPop that I really, really love. Their eyeshadows are generally really good in my opinion. Actually, I'm going to show you a palette that I really enjoy using after this, but their Super Shock shadows are just so easy to use. So yeah, highly recommend it. This is in the shade 2014. That probably matters what shade I'm talking about. It's very similar to a shade called Ritz, which I think is like a bit of a cult favorite. So in fact, when I looked at the two, they're almost identical, but I think I'll need to pick up Ritz one day just to give it a shot and see what that's like as well. So speaking of eyeshadows, the eyeshadow I wanted to talk to you about was this one. It is Deja Brew. So I knew I liked this palette because I bought it a little while back, and then when I was looking at the ColourPop website, I saw this again and I forgot I actually had it. So I was like almost about to buy it because I'm like, these colors, these like sort of cool tone neutral colors are perfect. They're exactly what I want. Luckily, I didn't just go buy. I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna double check because I do have a lot of ColourPop eyeshadow palettes, and lo and behold, I actually already had it. So I pulled it out and I've been using it ever since. Personally, for my sort of eyeshadow look, I love all these shades. These are so good for the sort of look that I tend to gravitate towards. Like, you have lots of transition shades. I don't know, I feel like every time I look at a neutral eyeshadow palette, I'm always looking for that taupey transition shade, and this one had essentially 4 of them, but in slightly different depths of color. So I instantly knew I'd love this because I find that taupe color is hard to find, and if I have it in this eyeshadow palette, then I can use pretty much any other eyeshadow palette. So this is great for highlighter or base. These middle shades here, super good for like center of the lid because they're very glittery. And then you've got your 4 transition shades. It's quite a lot of transition shades, not gonna lie. And then this one is great for deepening crease. This is the one, actually, this one here, double shot, is the one I used in my outer corner. So this is such a great palette. Highly recommend. And anything you get from ColourPop is very affordable. So I know I've got some very high-end products here, and I've got some affordable ones. That's just kind of my vibe. That's just kind of how I do my makeup. I try to review more high-end products on my blog just because I know that generally for me, I actually find it a lot harder to find good detailed reviews on very high-end products, I think because most people don't buy them, and there's always an abundance of reviews for these more affordable brands. So that's the main reason I made a conscious effort to try and put out as much information as possible. But personally, I actually love both. I just love them all. All right, next one is a mascara. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerate Eyes mascara. So I feel like I always am a little bit like scared to try high-end mascaras, even though in comparison to like Lancome, this is much more affordable. This was like around $50, whereas I think Lancome Hypnose, which is my favorite, is like $70 now. Crazy. So I generally gravitate towards more affordable mascaras like Maybelline range. That's probably my favorite. But this came out and I really wanted to review it, and so I was like, okay, I'll just give it a shot, like do it for the blog. And I'm kind of glad I did because it's a really good mascara. It's very heavy in terms of like this tube. I don't know, it's like glass. I think it's because it's glass, so it feels heavy. So not good for travel. I wouldn't take this traveling with me, but I do love it at home. I was like pleasantly surprised how volumizing it was. Like, it just really opened out my eyes. I have a review, so I'll link that down below. But yeah, it's such a great mascara. Again, even when I opened it, I didn't think I was gonna like it because I tend to, it's like a curved one. And I'm like, oof, I don't know. I just don't think this is gonna be for me. And yeah, it is. It's such a good mascara. I'm gonna be so sad when it runs out. Look, if I won the lotto or I wasn't doing reviews and I was like much more conservative with the way I purchase makeup, I would probably keep buying this. But I'm not sure I will because of the cost. And also, I just want to review new products. You know what I mean? All right, last one. Lip products. So these are the Fenty Gloss Stick Bombs. I've got 2 of them. I featured both on my blog, but I'm going to be honest, I don't really love Blazing Donuts, which is the lighter one. For some reason, it doesn't look super great on me. If you want to see what they look like on me, check out the blog post. But this one it's called Is It Fussy? This one I really love. It shows up a lot deeper on me. It's almost like the one I'm wearing now. I don't know, for some reason this shade, I'll show you what they look like in the bullet. Like, it's not bad, and I think if I like that very like kind of slightly washed out nude look, this would be great. But I'm generally not a fan of that. I think I like flush pinky lips. At least that's what I'm liking right now. And so this one is really good. I love that sort of more muted shade. Nothing too poppy or vibrant. God, they smell really good. It's like sweet vanilla, some like fruity flavor, I don't know. But I really love this whole range of lipsticks, and I really want to get more. Again, it's the dilemma. It's like, well, I should be buying new stuff to review instead of just buying the old stuff, but I would totally buy more shades of this, maybe when they're on sale. So this is a great shade. Feels very hydrating. I tend to love glossy, moisturizing lipsticks, and this is what this is definitely. A very moisturizing, very hydrating, and it's glossy. However, it does wear down very quickly. Most hydrating lipsticks will, just by the nature of them. They'll wear down, they don't last very long, but they feel amazing. And I don't mind if I just like run through lipsticks. I mean, I think I've only finished 1 or 2 lipsticks in my entire life, so I think it would be hard pressed to finish it, but I don't mind reapplying throughout the day. So that's everything I have to share with you today. I think I'll try doing this maybe once a year or something. I don't know. At my upload frequency, I feel like once a year is a good amount to be sharing favorites, and I feel like that's also enough time for me to kind of collect a bunch of products over a year that I really, really love. I think if I was uploading more frequently, I'd probably do these. I can see why people did them monthly when you were uploading, say, 4 times a month. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the video. All the products will be linked down below. Thank you so much for watching. This is Celina reporting from my room. Back to you, internet.